Boom! Can you see me? Can you see me? Hey guys, Token Vaping. Today's juice review is on a company that I have really, truly have been wanting to try for a while, only because they are all over the place. If you have Instagram, just that particular part of social media, you have seen this bottles, company, juice line. You've seen them. Trust me, I guarantee you've seen them. It made me just more interested in a lot of the models and reps that are showing the bottles. You know, I do follow, I talk to some of them, and they've all had really good things to say about it. So I definitely wanted to try this out and do a review. The company, well, the actual company is called the Vape Shore, but the brand is Snake Oil, and this is their flavor menu, and this should look familiar to a lot of you. The company itself is a family-owned and operated company based in Toronto, Canada. Family-owned and operated. That's really cool. Why? Because they keep it together in a specific group. They all know how they operate. They all know what's supposed to be, what is the goal, the message, everything like that, and it's a lot easier to keep it in-house that way. And it also shows a great attention to detail, and just a very solid, well-run organization. Now, if you go to their website, like I said, the name of the company is Snake Oil. If you go to their website, it's thevapeshore.com, and it's got a plethora of things to look at, whether it's various e-liquid lines. I think you'll be kind of surprised to see what names are on there. Devices, the full devices like this, tanks, RDAs, things like that. I mean, they have a whole bunch of different things on there. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop type thing like that. So definitely check it out for Snake Oil, but check out the rest of the stuff that's on there too. There may be something else on there that catches your eye, or you've been interested in, or you want to check it out. They have been active since May of 2014, and they've just basically been putting out different products, different juice lines, just trying to make a very stable, well done, well quality made products. Now this line here is offered in two sizes on the website, a 30 ml and a 120 ml, and the nicotine levels offered is a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 6, and a 12. Now, with the regulations having just kicked in, there is a lot that has been going on about what can be said, what can't be said, what you can do, what you can't do. One of the things that I've heard of, I don't know for sure, I have not confirmed this, I am going to try to find out, but one of the things I heard for sure that they are going to try to do is limit, or I guess you could say regulate, how videos are done as far as specific information. So one of the things I was informed is there's a possibility that they will basically keep us, or find a way to make us not quote prices, or basically sell or plug an item through a video. So with that said, just to be on the safe side, until I can confirm it for sure, if you check out their website, thevapeshore.com, the pricing is listed there. Go ahead and definitely check that out. I will tell you, it is very reasonably priced for what it is. So definitely give them a look. And that brings me real quick. If you have not, for whatever reason, if you have not joined any type of advocacy group, if you have not been just, interested enough to submit your own petition, your phone calls, your letters, your emails, anything to Congress, the government, whoever, please do so. It's not too late. It never hurts to add your voice to the growing community of vapors that are joining together to try to get this taken care of and fight for our vaping rights. So if you have not yet, please do so. Please, 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 very important. With that said, now, most of you who have watched my videos, and thank you for all of you that do, I am a big sucker for packaging, whether it's stickers, whether it's really cool looking, flavor menus, the way that the paper looks, and it gives it that old style parchment paper style. But I'm a sucker for packaging. Now, what's really cool about this one is, without showing you the specific stickers, it just came in a regular brown, shipping box. However, you open the box and I don't want to dump it all over the place. There's another flavor menu, some business cards. Boom, check that out. That's actually really cool. You've got stuffing in here and it's a burlap sack. That's just, and it's snake oil. So, if you think about it, going in the theme of the snake, when you transport snakes or can carry snakes, a lot of times back in the day, they carried them in burlap sacks for safety, which is really cool. So, and it actually feels and smells like actual burlap. So this is really slick. So even if when you use up all the juice, just having this just to use for whatever. Now, one thing I'm going to do, it is a six flavor line. I'm going to actually break this up and do a specific video for each flavor. Just because it was something that I offered when I talked to them, and they were very receptive to it, and it's my way of just saying thank you. So, with that said, a single, if I do a flavor per video, then it'll be a first vape, first taste, first everything, first impression for each video. So what I'm actually going to do is, I'm not even looking at the flavor menu, not even looking at the back. I'm just going to reach in, just grab a bottle. Whatever bottle I grab, this is the one that I'll do the video on. And I'm not even going to look at it yet, because before I get to that point. So real quick, like I said, this is going to be your first video, first impression. Now, I just want to reiterate that regardless of whatever I say, regardless of whatever I talk about, regardless of whatever I think, it is entirely my opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to tell anybody else out there at all, how you should vape this, how you should take this, what you should taste, how you should feel. Everybody's taste preference and vaping palette is so different, and that's what makes the vaping community so incredible, is just the huge diversity of everything. So in no way ever am I trying to impose my opinion on anybody. That's just strictly my opinion. All I'm trying to do is just give a little more information or details on something that you might be interested in, to give you a little more, a little more meaty definition of it to go on. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And as you can see, this is the device I'm using. Fresh cotton, just wicked it, all white. And the only cotton that I use is Texas Tough Cotton. I love this stuff. It's not a pansy-ass cotton ball. It is very durable. It holds flavor really, really well. Doesn't have a really cottony taste like some other ones do, and I feel that I don't have to change it as often. So if you are interested, on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. Now, the bottle that I got is Onyx, and this is the bottle. Really simple, but that design right there is actually really cool, because it kind of catches your eye almost instantly, just because it's something a little different. Now, going by the flavor profile, Onyx is a tangy and sweet cherry yogurt with a wonderful creamy finish. Sweet. Never actually tried a cherry yogurt, so this will be interesting. So, going by first impression on the bottle, like I said, simple logo. You've got the snake, and it says snake oil. It is simplistic, but it has a very eye-catching appeal to it. There's the name. It says Premium E-Liquid. There's the name of the line. It has your danger warning over here. It has contents, first aid treatment, and ingredients on this side right here. It has a VGPG, which is 70/30, and it states it right there. Nicotine level, which is a 3 for me. It has contents again. Premier. Oh, this is all the same as on the other side. One is in English, and I'm going to assume the other's in French, since it's coming out of Canada. That's actually pretty cool, just to make sure that everybody, everybody equally understands it. So, but it does also have the VG, PG mix and the nicotine, which is really cool for those people that are interested in those. So, like I said, it is a 70/30. Now, it is a amber bottle, so that definitely helps contain flavor and everything else in that, which is really slick too. Is that a Nope, that's just the size of the bottle, which is still, it's pretty decent. 30 mil. There is a safety ring there. So this being a first vape, first impression, it actually is pretty cool that you can see that with a child safety cap and the dropper bottle. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open, as you can watch. You hear that crack? That's the safety ring. So if ever you get anything that is supposed to have some form of safety mechanism on it whatsoever, doesn't matter what it is, a ring, a seal, a wrapper, a lock, a clasp, anything, if for whatever reason something's wrong with it or you feel something is wrong with it and it makes you feel uncomfortable, do not use it. Doesn't matter what it is, do not use it. Contact the shop that you got it from, contact who they got it from if you have to, contact the company directly, the manufacturer, whoever you need to contact, let them know what's going on so that they can take steps to rectify the situation. Because bottom line, at the end of the day, it's all about health and safety, and that's yours. So, with that, yep, that's definitely cherry. Almost has a if you've ever, now I'm hoping that it's not going to emulate that in the vape yet, just because that would be kind of different than the cherry yogurt. But if you've ever actually cooked cherries and you start to simmer them, the smell that comes off of it while they're simmering and the flavor and the juice and the everything basically starts to thicken and caramelize in itself. That's the smell I get off of it. It has a very heavy cherry smell to that. So we're going to go ahead and, and if you can see that there, the dripper bottle has a very narrowed tip on it, which is really cool actually. So for those of you that use tanks, this should make it a lot easier to use on a tank if you do not have any unicorn bottles handy. The fact that it has the narrow tip does fit into the little fill ports a lot easier. And I think when companies do simple little things like that, sorry that you can't see me dripping this, I always try to make sure that you see that so that you know it is the actual juice that I'm vaping. Whenever I see companies take little steps like that to make things a little bit easier for you, it's just little things like that that mean a lot. I mean, they're simple things, but they're also things that not everybody thinks about. You know, you see an eyedropper, and most of us are just used to the normal angled ones, so you don't think anything of it, and then you just kind of deal with however it works. You know, whether it's convenient, whether it's not, whether it drips a little bit. So when you get something like this and you have a narrow tip dropper and you realize, hey, I use a tank. You know what? This actually works. It's a nice little gesture of we care, so here you go. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on. Oh wait, no, actually no I'm not, because I did this to myself a while ago. I'm going to do a pre-burn. And then I'm going to go ahead and drip a little bit more just so that I make sure that I don't get too dry a hit. Which, with this cotton, I'm really glad that I don't, regardless, but you can never be too careful. Because as I said, it is all about safety. So fill that up a little bit. Okay, so with that, we're going to do Onyx, which is the cherry yogurt, a tangy and sweet with a wonderful cream finish from Snake Oil. At, before I forget, you can see right there, 75 watts. Here we go. As you can tell from the clouds, for a 70-30, that's pretty impressive. I mean, that's a pretty dense cloud for 70-30. A lot of 70-30 mixes that I've used have had, you know, clouds, but they're not that thick. They're just more there, so to speak. These are pretty solid. Okay, so taste. Now, I definitely get the cherry. As far as for a cherry yogurt, the cherry yogurt taste is definitely there. I get more sweet than I do tangy. I don't really get like the tangy little bite to it. I don't know if it wasn't meant to be like that potent. If it was just supposed to be a slight combo of the tangy and the sweet, but I do get more of a sweet, uh, heavy cherry yogurt. And then for me, the cream finish that's supposed to be there, which I definitely get before I go and change that. Absolutely, there is a definite creamy custardy type finish to it, but it almost has a. I almost feel like it's a slight nutty type of finish on it. Either way, that is a very smooth, enjoyable vape. Um, it's definitely different. Not something that I've actually come across very often. That is something that is easily an all-day vape for anybody that likes a creamier, a more borderline custard style vape. I'm really happy that was the first one that I grabbed out of the bag. That is an amazing flavor. Um, Everything works really well. Absolutely no throat hit. For 70/30, this is heavy, solid, and just smooth. Smooth. Um, but it's definitely a good, hearty, all day vape. And it's not too sweet. It's not too strong. It's not too much of anything to where you vape it for a little bit and you're just like, okay, I'm done with it. This is definitely a good example of what a solid all day vape should be. That is definitely good. So, with that, I just want to say snake oil. Um, I don't know how more to say thank you for this opportunity. This is a huge privilege, and I'm honored. I'm honored by any company that allows me to do reviews on their lines. But when it's one that I see all over the place, that I talk to a lot of the people that are repping it and are doing shots of it and stuff like that. It's one of those, you see it so you want to try it as well, which obviously is the point, and it does work. But I just want to thank everybody that's involved in this. Thank you guys so much. This first flavor into the door of your set, great opening flavor to try. So thank you guys very much. Check them out. Vapeshore.com. They are on Instagram. Um, there's just so many different items out there. There's so many different flavors out there to try. Nobody can really keep track of them all. Nobody can always afford or have time to purchase everything and sample it. So hopefully by watching my videos like this that I do, it'll help make your decisions a little bit easier to make. But definitely give this line a try. If your shop does not carry them or has not heard of them, definitely recommend it to them. Even have them watch the video if you'd like. But definitely have them reach out to thevapeshore.com. So until next time, guys, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube. There is a little red button if you'd be so inclined. Click on that. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, anything that I can do. Anything. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's just answering, well, actually, you know what? I really can't do a whole lot of that anymore. But anything that I can do to help enhance your vaping experience, anything that I can do that you want to see a video about, please let me know. I will do everything I can to make that possible, make that happen if it'll help you guys. That's all I want to do. So until next time, thank you as always for watching and taking the time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. Until next time, guys, I'm Token Vaping. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.